going to tell you a story about a girl I hardly knew, but affected me so deeply. When I met her the first time, I was in middle school. She was part of ASB and in charge of the advisement class games, as I and everybody else who knew her as just the person who was the straight A student in crazy advanced classes and involved in every opportunity at school possible. When I met her again, in the summer before my sophomore year, it was just because one of my friends invited her to a group hangout at my house. It wasn't anything special where I got to know her well or we clicked instantly. We had simply just met again. And when she needed a place to stay or a person who wouldn't judge her, she would come over to my house and stay for a while. For the most part, I would do homework and she would sit on my bed and just tell me everything going on in her life. When school started, she was skipping classes and started hanging out with the wrong kinds of people. Soon she got introduced to drugs like weed and cigarettes, and I never once judged her for that or anything that she told me. And one day, she told me she tried coke. I started to get really worried about her, but I still never told anyone what she was doing. When it came to a point where she was getting in trouble with the school, her mom pulled her out of school to go to Korea and try and just separate her from all those people who were just dragging her into this hole. The day she was coming back from Korea, she flew into Georgia and was arrested immediately, put into a rehab center, and wasn't heard from for over 3 months. When she finally got out, her mom had moved from California to Virginia, where she got put into a new school and was then kicked out within a week again. After she got kicked out, she moved in with her boyfriend, and when she got in trouble with the police again, her mom made sure that she wouldn't be around him either. So she sent her back to California, to Garden Grove, to live with her grandmother. Only she didn't live with her grandmother. She was hopping around with friends, people she hardly knew, people she just met that day, just staying at their houses and doing drugs. The last time I spoke with her, she was going to take a bus from Santa Ana to Irvine so she could stay at my house just for the rest of the summer. And I was hoping that I could help her straighten out her life and keep her off of the streets. But 4 days after she told me she was going to take a bus to my house, she was dead. She overdosed on meth. I didn't learn this until 6 months later, when rumors she had died were getting big enough where my friend said, let's just call the coroner's office. And it was confirmed, and that really hit me and all of my friends because it's Jessica, you know? That's her. She always disappears. She always shows back up again, you know? What I most regret about this is that I never told anyone what was really going on. I know that I could have done more for her. There were a million people who could have done, just something. And the only thing I had to do was tell someone. But I didn't, and that's a mistake that I get to live with for the rest of my life. And I know every single person who knew her feels that same fault. But we learned. We learned when to help someone and how to help someone, and most importantly, why. I want to tell you all that if you know someone who is showing signs of a drug problem or has directly told you that they have a drug problem, just to speak up, because what may seem like your friend just having fun can become a serious addiction, and they might suffer the consequences like my friend did.